Alright, hey, it's Austin from LTV Numbers. In this video, let's talk about why AOV isn't telling you everything you need to know about your business. But to start, let's talk about what even is AOV. So AOV it's the metric that tracks the average dollar amount spent each time a customer goes through your funnel. And so the formula for that is revenue divided by total number of orders. So let's say that your funnel sales were $31,000 and you had a total of $1,000. So $31,000 divided by 1,000, you get 31. So your AOV for that funnel is $31. So why does AOV even matter? Well, it's critical for any business to optimize their funnel performance. This is exactly what it does. This is the KPI that businesses use to measure that funnel performance. So instead of simply selling one product by itself, you might add, let's say, an order bump or an upsell sequence to maximize the revenue generated by each order. But then again, to even optimize the funnel, you might try different price points, switch out your upsell offers, or even change your copy to increase conversion rate. All of these things serve to increase the average order value and therefore improve the performance of the funnel. Now, how most people use it is that they tend to compare AOV against their cost to acquire a customer to see whether or not that funnel is profitable. So for example, if the funnel has a $50 AOV, then the goal would be to acquire customers for less than $50 so the funnel can make a profit right away. But now this is where the big caveat is, the big but. We believe that there's actually an over-reliance on AOV for making marketing decisions. Sure, it's a great starting point, but it's not telling you the full story. And there actually is a better metric to help you see how much you could be spending and how quickly you could make a profit. But before we get into that, let's talk about why AOV isn't telling you the full story. So, why doesn't AOV tell you everything? Why isn't it telling you everything? Because AOV only tells you what's going on in the funnel. It tells you what happens while the customer is in the funnel. It doesn't tell you what happens while the customer is out or after, like anything that goes on after the funnel. So because of that, to our business, AOV is kind of like an incomplete metric to make informed ad spend decisions. And the problem is that this is the metric most businesses rely on and go to inform their ad spend decisions. So don't do that. Because the name of the game in paid ads is the businesses that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. The more you can spend, the more traffic you'll get. Because, again, I said this 1,000 times, platforms like Facebook reward the highest bidder. So it's critical to have a metric that tells you how much you can actually spend to acquire a customer. That metric is LTV, which we've discussed in more detail in the first video. So go ahead and watch that. And before we go on, we are going to go on. Let's consider two cases with the tool. All right, let's talk example. Let's imagine two businesses, business A and business B. And this is their data, or let's say business B's data. But they both have a funnel with around a $20-something AOV. Business A doesn't have this type of data, so they don't know their customer LTV. But business B has this tool. They have what I'm looking at right now. So business A, because of that, business A is only willing to spend up till 20-something, that AOV, to acquire a customer. But business B knows that even if their AOV is 20-something, if you look at their LTV graph, their LTV is like $77. So they're actually willing to spend up to $77 to acquire a customer. Which business do you think is going to win? Clearly the one that has this tool. And the thing is, most businesses, like I said earlier, operate like business A, using their AOV and comparing that to the cost to acquire a customer. But if you had this tool, you'd have a larger capacity at the very least, and it's kind of unfair. So by definition, LTV is higher than AOV, which means that you can spend more to acquire a customer. Now, I'm not trying to say AOV doesn't have any value. No, it is the metric to measure your funnel performance and to try to increase. It's the one you want to increase through your optimizations and testing. But AOV should not inform your ad spend decisions. LTV should. So if you like that, if you resonated with that, let's hop on a call and let's talk about it. And yeah, there should be a link on this page or in the video description. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.